Hey guys, it is the Montana Lifestyles podcast. A little different as we enjoy setting up the camera. There we go, perfect. To make sure that we get Kira on. Kira, you've been so busy during the show. I hear good things. Of course, Hope had to make sure you got on. Absolutely love it. So tell me a little bit about your work, because this is... When they say, make sure that you put texture in your work, make sure you get the paint on the canvas, boy, do you put paint on the canvas.
Yeah. So,
what's your technique?
Well, I'm an oil painter. They're all pure oils, and I don't do any prints on my work. So I have to go in, sketch, and then start layering in the paint, building up. So it's like I paint the painting like 7 times over.
Oh.
So the most important part is, for me at the end, is to make sure that the texture and everything makes sense.
Yes.
So what's closest to us actually has to be the thickest, and what's furthest has to
Be the thinnest in the back.
Yeah.
Wonderful. And so hopefully as you're looking at this, you begin to see the texture suddenly become into form. As I look here, suddenly I see cowboy hats, suddenly I see a fire pit, suddenly I see a teepee and all this stuff growing out of it. And when you look at the modern art-esque nature of it, and then suddenly you see it in itself, it suddenly becomes like multiple paintings in one. It gets that shape. and
Thank
form.
you. I appreciate that.
What calls you to this style of paint? Like who do you model?
Oh my gosh.
You know.
I feel like every painting I've ever seen and love is in my painting somewhere. So I studied Russian Impressionism, which is all about understanding your neutrals and your colors and how to mix them and use them for each other and the relationships of the color. And they also did more textural pieces. But like them, I paint what I know, which is Montana and Montana scenes, because I'm from here and I live here. And so, you know, people that I'm at this point in my life where, like, I'm painting people that I've known and loved, maybe who've passed on, or like parts of my life, you know, or the life I've known here in Montana. So it's kind of a biography of sorts.
Well, that's wonderful, though. And now tell me, how long have you been doing this?
Oh my gosh, I've been painting since I was a little kid. And then up here, promoting the CM Russell Museum and then Western Art Week. It's been like 14 consecutive years.
Oh my land!
I know.
Wonderful.
That happens really quick, so I'm thankful.
Grew up in Montana, whereabouts?
Just north of Billings.
Wonderful.
Shepherd, Montana.
Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's where I grew up.
So did you ever expect this would happen? It's such a wonderful booth. So many, and you work on such a large scale.
Yeah. You know, I swear I've known since I was a little kid I was going to be a painter. I just didn't know that, like, it would actually work out, or that, like, my paintings are much more famous than I am.
Right.
They're more traveled. They get to do cool things. And I'm kind of like their mom manager in a way, you know?
Can I go with you, please? If you're going to go and see the world, can I at least go with you?
Can I at least go to half the trips?
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's wonderful.
Thank you.
I love asking this. What was your first sale like?
Actually, my dad bought my very first painting.
Aww.
I know, and he kept it all those years, and he passed away a couple years ago. So it's hanging in my studio. It's just a little one, and it was up at Aspen's. I have always painted plein air and outdoors also. So he bought my first painting, but then I started showing in galleries and doing shows and stuff when I was like 14. So
At 14, you're in galleries.
yeah, and so it just kind of progressed on from there, and I went to college when I was like 17, and I just always knew that, like, I loved painting, but I also love interacting with people and making paintings for people and the people that I met too.
So when it comes to your first sale and your father doing that, now, being passed away, I'm sure that this has whole new meaning.
Yeah.
But did it have that much meaning to you in that moment that your dad bought it, or were you wishing that a stranger would buy it?
Oh gosh, well, I was pretty young to think back. I probably didn't think it was that cool that he did, you know, just to be honest.
I'm sure now that's completely changed.
Oh no, now it's pretty cool.
Because and the reason why I say that is because that's where I would be. As much as as I'm selling art, the first piece, if it goes to my family, that honestly wouldn't surprise me. They love me. But that first sale to a stranger or to someone who's actually become a fan over time. But how it turns around and comes back, and now you have that piece that he bought from you.
Yes.
Oh man.
So now, you know what is funny is like it doesn't matter if a painting's like $100 or a lot more.
Or $11,495.
Yes. It all is such an honor, and it's like, oh my gosh, somebody liked my painting, because it's, I mean, really, it's such a privilege to get to do this.
And it's selfish. It is so selfish of us when people walk in and you see the wow or the smile and you feel good about yourself. I was interviewing another artist, and I like how he said it. We're just being show-offs.
Yeah.
And it feels so good though.
Yeah. It does. You know what? I feel that way about other artists' work. When I come to these things, I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to see this person's booth and that person's booth. And it just changes my energy for like weeks. And I mean, original art just does something good for the soul.
Yeah. And the friendships.
Yes.
And the friendships. I mean, we were talking with Tyler Murphy, and he was mentioning how important you were to the work that he was doing too.
That's great.
The friendships go so far.
Oh yeah, and I mean, I've known Tyler since he was like a teenager.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And I guess I wasn't that much older, but
all the same, you've grown up together in this world.
I know. It's really sweet, yeah. And then you get to know each other's families and extended and business and stuff, and it's a good life. And
going from the young kids who have the dreams to the adults who are doing the realities that no one expected you to get to. Oh,
yeah.
How amazing is that?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I appreciate every day.
Yeah.
Thank you.
When it comes to the show here, it breaks my heart to say that we're in the last few hours.
Yeah.
So by the time this video gets out to you guys, the podcast gets out, we're probably going to be done. In saying that, I really still love helping to get that final sale in your pocket. So let's do that. Kira Fercho, right? Let's get everyone to check out your social medias. Where do they go?
KiraFercho.com, or my name's Kira, last name's Fercho.
It'll show up there somehow. We'll figure it out.
So social media, we have a really great website because I don't create it, and I'm pretty easy to find.
Well, there you go. Look her up, and her work is easy to find too. You'll spot it a mile away. Come and check it out. Thank you for spending some time, and thanks for being so patient.
I appreciate it.
All right. We got more coming your way right here. Montana Lifestyles Podcast. Thank you so much for watching.
Thank you.